Cuban scientists say they're carrying out the largest oceanographic survey in the island's history to study the impacts of climate change and pollution. Circumnavigating all of Cuba by boat, the team of scientists says that they're creating the first ever baseline to better understand coral reef bleaching and impacts of microplastics in the ocean. They say also that they've discovered new wonders underwater that they hope can be saved. Patrick Oppman goes aboard.
Porpoises swim off the coast of Cuba. The waters here may seem pristine, but like seemingly everywhere else, this Caribbean island nation is grappling with the threats from a rapidly changing climate. Now in the first research expedition of its kind, 24 Cuban scientists and crew circumnavigated the entire island to carry out what they say is the most comprehensive study ever done on climate change and the impact it's had on Cuba. Researchers dive from coral reef to coral reef and say what they have found is even more dire than they expected. We've seen a bleaching of corals, which is something that is worrying and that is massive, she says. The majority of coral is bleached, and this is because of the high temperatures. The scientists say it's not too late to reverse the damage, but that we have to dramatically reduce human-caused pollution that is heating oceans to record levels, killing off coral reefs and filling the seas with microplastics. With this study, these scientists say they will be able to measure much more accurately how much harm is being inflicted on Cuba's unique natural environments. We are going to have a baseline, she says. We hope to identify the spots along the coast where the pollution is and how concentrated it is. For 2 months, the scientists carried out dozens of dives, taking hundreds of samples from the bottom of the ocean. Scientists are barely out of their wetsuits before running tests in their makeshift laboratory. They hope what they learn can change how resources on this island are used. Scientists say they're making the case to government officials here that the country needs to transition from commercial fishing to have a greater focus on marine tourism. As they say, a shark can only be caught and eaten one time, whereas that same shark can be enjoyed by tourists on a dive excursion again and again. Something that's not only better for this country's environment, but also its economy. The change will not come easy, but for Cubans who depend on mangroves to protect them from hurricanes and beaches to attract tourists, experts say there is no other choice.
No es un lujo, es una necesidad.
It's not a luxury, it's a necessity, he says. Even with so many difficulties, we can't stop learning about coral reefs. They protect the beaches, they protect us from extreme weather, they give us sand and fish and the things we eat. The scientists traveled more than 1,800 nautical miles to better understand an incredible natural world off Cuba's shores that is increasingly at risk.